Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that is clearly very near and dear to my heart because obviously I wrote a book about it, and basically it's why having a fit body is actually the ultimate power move that you can possibly make in your life, more than even making a shit ton of money. I definitely believe that having a fit body, and I'll say this in the book and I'll say it over and over again, I think it is one of the baddest, most elite flexes that you can possibly have, more than even achieving wealth, more than getting married to your dream man or this or that. Why? Because while all of those things are amazing and really important and accomplishments. And I'm not taking anything away from that. But having a fit body is your way of like telling the world that you carry your own discipline. You put in the work. You did this. No one can, do it for you. It literally has to be earned by your own blood, sweat, and tears, and it can't be bought, it can't be inherited. It has to literally come with your direct work and input into it. So I'm gonna really break that down because I want this to sink in. And my goal, my wish is for everyone to just want to look and feel their absolute best. I want it to just come oozing out. I want the sexiness to ooze out of your pores. That's how important I feel like this work is for me, and not from a shallow perspective. It's not about actually achieving the dream body. It's more just about being on that journey. And I go, um, in detail in the book about it's just about finally getting into the rhythm and knowing that you are that person. That you are that person that has the high standards, that says no to like that extra, I don't, bite of dessert or whatever it is for you. Um, and as I said, I just think, money, it can be inherited. Looks can be bought, can be injected, can be surgified. That's not really a word, but I'm making it a word. Like, and status can be faked, but you cannot fake having a fit body. It it's just obvious. People know. People know that you did it or you didn't. And it's proof that, you show up for yourself daily, that you can say no matter what they serve you, that you keep promises to yourself, even when no one is watching, because you have those standards. You carry yourself a certain way, you have the discipline. And you can't fake that. You just cannot. And even when someone doesn't know who you are, showing up in your best version of yourself instantly communicates all of that without even saying a word. And that's the beauty of this, is that you can gain almost a sense of trust just by having that. Because when people look at you, they'll know everything there is to know. They'll know, oh, she's not someone to mess with because she is effing on her shit. So well, let's talk about why this is the ultimate power move. When your body is fit, you don't just look good, you carry yourself differently, right? I mean, you walk in with confidence, with, you can hold your head high. Um, it's clear that you value quality, that you value, routine and high standards. And on top of that, the benefits that come with it. Let's talk about that. You have more energy to go after opportunities. You show up in your business with sharper focus. I've always said that having it all starts with having a fit body. When you are fit, everything else in your life will just magically fall into place where it needs to go. And you radiate a level of self-respect that changes how people will treat you. People will show up differently. People will magically treat you different. They will roll out the red carpet for someone like that. Why? There's some subconscious communication that happens to the outer world that says, hey, I know who I am. I'm someone important. You know what I mean? Like you're literally telling them that I am worthy. I am worth it. I am someone worthy and important enough that I show up for myself every single day. And here's the wild part. It really truly does have a domino effect into everything. You will notice that your relationships improve, your focus and work improves. You know, when you know that you have to allocate time in your day towards perfecting your temple, you're going to be more cognizant of how you spend the rest of your time, who you hang out with, what you're eating, where you're spending your time. You're going to think twice before maybe hanging out with the one friend that constantly derails your progress. When I was on top of my fitness game, every area of my life upgraded. My relationships, my income, my own emotional health, my physical health. I was nearly pre-diabetic before I started this. Pre-diabetic. My blood sugar was constantly uh like it was never below 100, even in the morning. And I would say at least minimum 110. Sometimes it would teeter on 120, 125. That's really high for someone my age. Um, and it wasn't normal. It wasn't right. And after finally really taking ownership of my health and focusing on my fitness and showing up daily, now I have very normal blood sugar levels. Now I can see the number 80 on my readings, which by the way, I'm actually wearing a monitor right now. So it's one of those that you can buy and it just like monitors your blood sugar levels 24/7. And each one only lasts about 2 weeks. But if you don't really know where you're at, I highly recommend getting one of these. There's different brands. I know there's Dexcom. I think this is like Libre. I don't really know. I've tried different ones. They're all fine. They all work great. But definitely get one. They're a little bit on the pricey side, but it's like a one-time investment. You could just get it for 2 weeks, use it, and see where you're at. Like go about your daily life and see what things in your life, what foods in your life really spike your sugars. And that will probably answer a lot of questions for you, especially if you're someone who has been having some difficulty in losing weight, or you're wondering why you're gaining weight rapidly and you're not really sure what it is you're doing wrong. Definitely get one of these because when you see those sugar spikes, and especially if they linger, you'll know that that's the thing that's like really affecting you in a negative way, and you want to avoid that food that caused that for you. I think one day I'll make a separate video about my experience with this and what specific foods were really bad and triggered it. And I think you'll be really surprised when you find out because it's not your typical like things. Like I'll spoiler alert, for example, ice cream was perfectly fine for my body. I ate it, no problem. But we'll get into that another day. Um, but really, like all areas of my life improved. My health, like I said, relationships. I just felt better. I showed up better. I showed up more confident on dates. Um, just everything overall. I mean, you can't substitute that level of joy and happiness that you'll feel when you achieve something like that. And I'm not here just talking about a number on a scale or just fitting into a pair of jeans that you used to own. This isn't about chasing an outdated beauty standard. This is about owning your own life, as I mentioned. It's about becoming the woman who is in command of her choices, the woman who can say no to the distraction, no to the third glass of wine, no to the habit that's been keeping her small, not because she's punishing herself, but because she knows her worth. You are worth it. You, you are worth it. You are worth showing up and looking like $1 million. It doesn't matter who you are. Every single person living here on earth can be that woman. You can be that woman. You can be that woman that turns heads, that makes people go like, who is she? You can do that. That's just a decision that you have to make. You can literally decide today, I will be that woman. I get to be that woman. Every single one of you can be that woman. You just have to know it and own it and decide and make certain choices. People will treat you differently. Doors will open, opportunities will find you because the frequency you're putting out says, I take care of me, I show up for me. I am my own best investment. Putting all the time and the effort and the care into your own body is probably one of the best investments you will ever make in your life. Ever. I promise you that. And let's be honest for a second. If you're still telling yourself, I don't have time, I'm not that type of person, or I'll start Monday, you are just simply handing over your power. Your dream body is not going to magically appear in your lap. I wish it would. I wish I could literally give you this magic pill and tell you, just take this pill and easy peasy, you'll get everything you want. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. It will be the result of daily, consistent, and not always convenient action. But once you have it, you better guard it like it's gold because it is. It is literally gold, what you carry with yourself when you achieve that level of, you know, whatever it is that you're looking for, that level of power, that level of discipline. You have to guard it like it's gold because people will try to take it from you. People will try to bring you down. People will try to, pull you to their side. They'll think, oh, but, she's changed. She's different. She's this, she's that. And it might rub some people the wrong way, but you have to stay confident in who you are and what your goals are and really learn to stand your ground and continue to go after it no matter who tries to bring you down because you know what it took to get you there and you'll know the truth that the power you built in your gym, in your kitchen, in your mind, it shows up everywhere else in your life. So if you're ready to step into this power, here is where to start. First of all, number one, you have to decide. You have to decide by the end of this video, you decide right now that you get to be that woman. You are the woman that is radiant, that is living her best life, that is the woman who turns heads, that shows up with standards and discipline, and everyone knows it. You can decide to be that woman today. The decision has to be done. Otherwise, you will get thrown off. If you don't decide, then things will creep up and they'll pull you away from it. So you need to make that decision that I get to be this. Second thing is I want you to visualize that person every single day. Visualize her. Visualize what does she eat? What does she drink? What time does she wake up in the morning? What are her morning rituals? What are her nighttime rituals? What time does she go to sleep? What does she eat for lunch? What does she eat for dinner? What is her activity like? Who are her friends like? You need to visualize, see her, feel her, and then you can become her. And I actually have journal prompts in my book that will guide you through all those questions if you ever forget. Like it just goes into depth. I really think it's so important for you to actually visualize your future self and what that even looks like because we all have different ideas. I'm not here to tell you, oh, you need to look skinny. I'm not here to tell you you need to look super muscular. Not at all. I actually think curves are freaking gorgeous and beautiful. I love curves. I love my own curves. So this isn't about some outside beauty standard that you need to live up to. No, this is just bringing your own beautiful self and elevating her. Okay. And so these questions, these prompts will help you figure out what that is. Because if you're someone that wants to be skinny, what you do to show up as her is going to be different than someone who wants to just be, maybe super athletic or someone who wants curves. Everyone's diet and exercise routine is going to be completely different depending on what your goals are. And again, I'm not here to tell you what your individual goals should be. I'm just here to tell you to decide, then visualize what that looks like for you. Then the next thing is I want you to choose your particular blueprint, whatever that works for you. And what I mean by blueprint is how you're going to spend your time, what you're going to eat, how you're going to work out. And you don't have to figure all of that up front. This is a journey you will figure out along the way. But I think really the first step is to just get the book because this will help guide you through it. And I give you an example of my personal blueprint, things that I think anyone can follow, regardless of what your diet is. It covers it all. And last but not least is I want you to practice saying no. Say no to habits that don't take you closer to your goals. Say no to overcommitting yourself for things that you didn't really want to do in the first place. Or just say no to anything that isn't a full and complete yes. If it is not a yes, then say no because it's not serving you. And most likely you're not aligned with it if it's not a hell yes. So, um, these tips and tricks, these aren't just little hacks here and there. They are full-blown identity codes because the goal isn't just a fit body, it's the woman that you become in the process. And when you start living your sexy, rich body, you will feel unstoppable. You will feel powerful. You will feel your most alive self. You will feel radiant, confident, literally like you could take over the entire world. Your clothes will fit better, you'll look better, and just overall happiness. You will walk into rooms differently. You will command attention without demanding it. And you will know that you are living in the highest standard of self-devotion. And here's the best part. You'll realize it was never about the abs or the scale. It was about the power that you claimed by keeping the promises to yourself. So here is my invitation to you. I want you to stop waiting. Stop convincing yourself that you can't. I want you to make a decision today, one decision, whatever that is, that moves you closer to her. This decision could be that I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk every day. Starting today, I'm going to go for a 5-minute walk. Or it's I'm going to go to bed early. It could be, I'm not going to drink for the month. It could be to buy the book. It's always a good place to start. Whatever it is, I want you to make a decision right now. Make that decision, hold it, and stick to it. So that brings me to the end of this video. If you liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video and drop a comment telling me your first power move that you're going to make after watching this, because you deserve the world. You deserve everything that it is that you want. And it starts with you. It starts with claiming your own power. It starts with showing up as her. All right. I love you guys so much. I want to see you all living your dream selves. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.